Right now, about half of US households invest. We'd like to get that number up to 95+%. Investing should be as ubiquitous as shopping online, and not just to high net worth individuals and the wealthiest 1% globally.
All right, so Robinhood has definitely made some major headlines in 2021. Some good, some bad.
We're gonna have Vlad Tenev, CEO of Robinhood, and we all know how I feel about him. I think he's a rat and a liar.
But the bottom line is Robinhood is a pioneer and is a company of firsts. They were the first company to offer commission-free trading. They're the first company to give retail investors access to IPO shares of other companies. They were the first company to hold closed-door investor meetings, make those public and available to everyone. And there's many more things that they have done that have made them pioneers in the trading and investing world where Wall Street really doesn't like them at all.
And nobody should believe that Robinhood's trades are free.
I don't think you'd build a society around people doing it.
In addition to this, Robinhood currently only offers 7 different cryptocurrencies for trading on their platform, but they've come out multiple times in the past and have said that they are working quickly to create a digital wallet where people can send money out of their Robinhood account, to add new cryptocurrencies and add a lot of new features that people have been asking about for a while. But recently they just came out and said something very shocking and awarding to investors about their cryptocurrency business, what the plans are moving forward, and some things we may not really like over the next couple of months and next couple of years. So in today's video, what we're going to do is talk about exactly what is going on with Robinhood's stock, their IPO, and a couple of numbers from 2021. After that, we're going to talk about the major announcement with regards to their crypto business. And at the end of the video, we're going to go over a couple of key warnings that Vlad Tenev just came out and said with regards to the stock price and with regards to crypto. So if you enjoy this sort of content, well then please be sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. Let's see if we get the video up to 1,500 likes. We've been killing it in recent videos. And if you want to see what stocks I am buying and selling in real time, well then make sure to join our Patreon group. You guys can see access to my $700,000 portfolio on Robinhood, my $200,000 portfolio on Webull, and you also get access to 2 of my 7-figure portfolios on both Charles Schwab and on JP Morgan and Chase. So if you like to see exactly what I'm buying and selling in real time, you want access to live streams, well then make sure to join our Patreon group using the link down below. But anyways, let's start off by going over some background information on Robinhood's stock price and a couple of key numbers about the company. So right now, Robinhood has about 18 million users. This number is up significantly since March of 2020 when they had only 7.2 million. In addition to this, their assets under custody have increased dramatically as well. So they went from $19.2 billion in assets under custody in March of 2020 to over $80 billion in assets under custody in March of 2021. So we can see that not only have their users about just a little over doubled from March of 2020 to March of 2021, but the total assets under custody have increased by 4x. That means that not only are they getting more users, but people are bringing and depositing more money into their accounts on Robinhood. So that is all very great news. And unlike a lot of recent IPOs, a lot of recent tech IPOs, Robinhood was actually profitable in 2020. They earned a net income of $7.45 million on net revenue of $959 million in 2020. However, the thing to keep in mind is that Robinhood in the first quarter of 2021 did not perform as well. Yes, they grew rapidly. The number of users more than doubled from 2020 to 2021, but along with all of that growth came a lot of issues. We saw what happened with Robinhood with GameStop and AMC, where they restricted trading. People were not happy with this at all. So even though Robinhood was growing very rapidly, they didn't handle all of these this new demand and all these new users on their platform perfectly. Like, we can't expect them to handle it perfectly, but they definitely did have their issues, resulting in some fines and whatnot. But either way, in the first quarter of 2021, Robinhood lost $1.4 billion. They said it was tied to emergency funding relating losses during everything that went on with GameStop and AMC in January and February of 2021. So the important thing is here Yes, they lost money, but think about it. They more than doubled their number of users. They more than 4x the number of assets they have under custody. And yes, they experienced issues and a lot of growing pains, but the thing is they generated significantly more revenue in the first quarter of 2021 than they did almost in 6 months of 2020. So they are growing very rapidly, and yes, there are growing pains, but nothing really to be too concerned about. In addition to this, in terms of the breakdown, options trading accounted for about 38% of their revenue, stocks and equities accounted for about 25% of their revenue, and cryptocurrency accounted to about 17% of their revenue. So those are the important numbers. Right now, options trading makes up the most of their revenue, stocks and equities make up the second most, and crypto makes up the third most. In addition to this, they are growing very rapidly in terms of number of users and assets under custody. So those are the important numbers. But now let's talk about what's been going on with Robinhood Crypto, because we see that they generate about 17% of their revenue from their cryptocurrency business. But the important thing here is that they've been talking a lot recently about getting a crypto wallet, a new feature that would allow users to actually send money off of Robinhood. Let's say that you own Dogecoin or Bitcoin or Ethereum. If you own it on Robinhood, the problem is right now you can't actually withdraw it. You can't put it into cold storage. You can't send it to another exchange. You can't use it if you want to buy, let's say, a Tesla or tickets to a basketball game. You can't use your cryptocurrency on Robinhood. And that's been one of the biggest points of contention recently. Mark Cuban has come out and said that the biggest issue right now for crypto is that platforms like Robinhood don't allow people to withdraw funds or use them to purchase goods. That is a big issue. And the concerning thing is, just recently, Vlad Tenev said in all of their investor meetings, he came out and said that we've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes to provide our customers with the functionality that they've been asking for, and that they know everyone wants to have crypto wallets. They can expect to have some beta crypto features rolled out at some point, but he didn't give us a specific timeline. And back in March, he'd actually said that we were going to get all of these features like a crypto wallet rolled out as soon and as fast as possible. So back in March, they said we were going to get all of these features rolled out as fast as possible. Now, according to Vlad Tenev, he's saying that we're going to get them at some point. Doesn't sound too promising to me, because previously he had said we were working on it, we're gonna get it out quickly. Now they're like, some point you're gonna have these features. That just doesn't seem like a good change to me. I know it's just the terminology. I know he didn't confirm the timeline, but from going from as fast as possible to at some point doesn't sound too great. Because if they were close, he would say, oh, we're gonna get this rolled out pretty soon. He said ultimately the bottom line is right now they're trying to get these introduce new features safely, and there's a lot of items they want to get right from the start. They don't want to have any issues like they had with Robinhood, like they had with GameStop or AMC in early 2021 when they roll out all of these new crypto features, because it is a whole new avenue of their business that they've been growing and expanding rapidly. One thing to keep in mind though with Robinhood Crypto is in Q1 of 2021, Robinhood said Dogecoin accounted for about 34% of their crypto revenue. And this is important because while cryptocurrency has been falling a bit in 2021 from all-time highs of around $64,000 per coin for the price of Bitcoin in early 2021 to mid-2021 when the price dropped below 30,000. Investors have not been trading as much recently. And so if, for example, Dogecoin isn't doing well or Bitcoin isn't doing well, that's going to significantly impact their revenues. But either way, something just to keep an eye out for is Robinhood Crypto Wallet. Seems like it's getting a little bit delayed. Seems like some new features in terms of crypto, like new offerings, are getting delayed as well, because from going from saying as fast as possible to at some point is just not something I like to see. In addition to this, I want to go over what is going on with new Robinhood account types and a couple of warnings from the CEO that came out recently, which in my opinion aren't too great. They're a little bit surprising and not so great. So first of all is going to be what is going on with the new Robinhood account types. So during all of these investor conferences leading up to Robinhood's IPO, their CEO Vlad Tenev came out and said that Robinhood is considering offering U.S. retirement accounts such as Roth IRAs, potentially 401k accounts. And he said that they're looking to offer all of these new accounts because they said that they want to make first-time investors into long-time investors. They said over half of the people who use their platform are first-time investors, and because of this, they want to make sure they're educating the public. People aren't just getting in for making quick trades and making, a lot of money right away, because that is very risky, and that's not what investing is about. Their platform is, designed to be a pioneer, to help educate people, to help get new investors, involved into crypto, involved into stocks, and make investing fun. So they want to show, they want to offer other account types like IRAs, Roth IRAs, potentially 401k accounts, and this is something that they said they are working on. This is important because right now, these accounts, like Americans, hold $12.6 trillion in IRA accounts ending in March 2021, which is up 2.8% from December. So what we're seeing is that people are saving money for retirement now more than ever. And retirement accounts have a lot of benefits in terms of tax breaks. You don't always have to pay taxes until you take the money out. Years from now, you can deduct that money you put into those accounts from your current taxes. So there's a lot of benefits to Roth IRAs, 401ks, and Robinhood said that by them offering these, they are going to be able to generate potentially hundreds of millions of dollars more in revenue because people are going to be putting their money long-term into Robinhood retirement accounts. Right now, they don't have that just yet, but that is something he said is on the horizon. And then lastly, I want to go over a couple of warnings, a couple of risks that the Robinhood CEO came out and told investors, which aren't too great. So the first thing is going to be that Robinhood warns that retail trading, especially in cryptocurrency, has been slowing down in 2021. And this directly correlates to how much money they're making. This is one of the major risks of investing in, let's say, Coinbase or Robinhood. One of the biggest risks of investing in these companies is going to be that when people aren't actively trading as much, they're going to make less money. We saw in terms of Robinhood's financials in 2021 first quarter, most of their revenue comes from options trading accounts, from stocks and equities, from crypto. They make most of their money from something called payment for order flow. And that's when essentially every single time someone makes a trade. So he warned that if people aren't trading as much, if people aren't, buying crypto, buying stocks, trading options, then they're going to make less money. And that is what they've been seeing in 2021. So with regards to their stock price, am I going to get invested in the IPO? What am I going to do? Well, right now, Robinhood has new features where you can invest in IPOs. And this is important because no other companies do this. Robinhood is trying to make it so everyone can get access to companies when they go IPO. It's called their IPO Access Program. You can apply for it. You just go on the Robinhood app. But the thing to keep in mind about this is with their IPO, Robinhood is doing it very different than other companies. They are offering about a third of their shares to retail investors up front. And this is important because no company has ever done this before. And if it goes well, then we might see other companies follow suit and do this in the future. But if it doesn't go well, then institutional investors may steer clear of IPOs that includes a large chunk of shares for retail investors. But the point of this is their IPO is different than most. Most days when you see a company have their IPO, they have a significant pop on the first day of trading because institutional investors basically have all of their meetings behind closed doors. Retail investors are not involved at all. They can invest, but that's different with Robinhood. Robinhood, a large chunk of retail investors are going to be able to get involved in their IPO and invested before the company actually does go public on July 29th. So the thing is I think there's a lot going on with Robinhood right now. So me personally, I'm not going to invest right away, right at their IPO. I'm going to wait and see how everything plays out because it seems like Q2 and Q3 of 2021 are going to be a little bit slower in terms of revenue. Seems like they're going to see a significant drop off because a lot of people are not trading as much as they were in Q1 of 2021. So I think with all of that in mind, with all of the new things they're doing by offering retail investor shares I expect a slowdown in revenue in Q2 and Q3 because of the decrease in interest in the stock market and crypto. I think between all of that combined, I think I just want to wait, see how the company performs before I would invest. I'm definitely going to invest in this company at some point. I just am going to hold off on it for a little bit. If you guys want to see exactly when I buy into it, make sure to join our Patreon group using the link down below. But let me know what you guys think of this. I definitely like Robinhood. I think it's a great company. I like how they offer commission-free trading, not only for stocks, but for crypto. Crypto right now, like for example, Coinbase, the fees are extremely high. So I like that Robinhood does that. They just have to start rolling out more crypto features, and the warning from their CEO saying that they might see a slowdown in revenue. They might have a little bit more delays for their crypto business. Not so exciting, but ultimately there's still a lot to like about the company. So let me know what you guys think. Are you going to be investing in the IPO? Are you not going to be? But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.